job hunting is more difficult than ever before.
She's got a law degree, but says she can't find a job and is now drowning in debt.
The latest job report shows unemployment is up in nearly half of the country.
Millions have left their jobs during what experts call the Great Resignation. However, not everyone is getting hired.
You have applied for how many jobs on these two websites?
It's been over 1,000 combined.
When was the last time you applied for the job of your dreams? In today's job market, it takes an astonishing average of 100 to 200 or more job applications just to land a single job offer. However, you should prepare for the worst. Before answering the question of why the job market is so ruthless, let's lay out the grand picture. In August 2024, the national unemployment rate was at 4.2%, quite higher than last year. A staggering 28.4% of Americans are now hunting for jobs, the highest rate since 2014. The New York Federal Reserve's latest survey reveals a growing sense of economic unease, with people fearing job loss and struggling to find new opportunities. Despite official reports of stability, there was a time, not too long ago, when employers were in such a rush to hire workers, they did anything they could to make it easier for people to apply. But this doesn't seem to be the case anymore. Some companies have started using unethical practices by posting job applications with a high salary and lowering it over time to see how much they can cut the starting wage with people still applying for it. Eventually, it causes a snowball effect where everybody is lowering salaries. In a startling revelation, a survey unveils a sobering trend. 22% of companies are slashing salaries compared to last year. The hardest hit sectors include administrative roles, 47%, customer service, 44%, and even IT and finance, where cuts loom large. It goes without saying, low wages across the market make it harder to find a job because nobody is looking for a job for the sake of a job. A job should be a tool to improve the quality of your life. Now imagine being laid off during such hard times or informed that your role might be eliminated. It's natural to panic and start applying randomly for every job. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics found that applying for 21 to 80 jobs gives about a 30% chance of receiving an offer. However, applying for more than 81 jobs reduces the chances to 20%, according to Zippia. You see, in a world where job seekers once held the upper hand, the tables have turned with brutal irony. Just a few years ago, companies were scrambling to make hiring easier, eager to snatch up talent as quickly as possible. But that urgency has faded, leaving behind a job market that feels more like a minefield than an opportunity. People who once thrived in the gaming industry now find themselves jumping through hoops for months, 6 rounds of interviews, take-home tests, and even unpaid projects, only to be met with silence. But they are not alone. The tightening labor market, especially in tech, has created fierce competition, with 2 applicants for every job opening on LinkedIn. Yet the real challenge isn't just the scarcity of jobs, it's the new hiring process that companies have embraced. One-way video interviews, endless assessments, and even scams have become the norm. For tech veterans, this feels like a twisted betrayal. They'd anticipated AI might replace them one day. Instead, it's made it almost impossible to secure an interview. Adding to the pain are ghost jobs that never get filled and scam recruiters preying on desperate candidates. Even legitimate companies now use software to sort applications. This leads to automated rejections within minutes of application. Some who've been scammed now deliver for DoorDash to make ends meet. It's hard to tell if a job offer is real or just another trap. The job market is no longer just difficult, it's treacherous for seasoned professionals. So we've come across the first problem that makes job hunting almost impossible: ghost applications. You may ask, are they really such a big problem? The shocking truth is that approximately 50% of hiring managers have confessed to deliberately creating job openings as placeholders, with no intention of actually hiring anyone. This devious tactic is used to maintain a pool of potential candidates for future roles. Seasoned job seekers are well aware that as a job posting lingers, the likelihood of it being a ghost job increases. These dishonest hiring practices also extend to giving the false impression of company growth, providing false hope to overworked employees, and waiting for the perfect candidate who may never materialize. But what about AI? It will solve the problem, right? So far, the use of AI in the hiring process has created chaos. Companies like Workable and Propellum automate job postings and scrape job data, leading to outdated or irrelevant listings being circulated endlessly. Major job aggregator Indeed keeps listings active long after positions are filled, frustrating job seekers. LinkedIn's use of AI creates an impersonal and misleading job application experience. Moreover, scammers exploit this automated job market, creating fake job postings to steal personal information. As a result, people suffer financial losses and identity theft. The impact on job seekers is profound, causing feelings of disillusionment and self-doubt after months of fruitless job hunting. The process has become dehumanizing, with little to no response from potential employers, leaving applicants feeling like they're applying into a void. What about the youth? Clearly, they can use modern technology to find a suitable job. Well, not really. A growing crisis looms over Gen Z. More than a third of 18 to 24-year-olds reported no income from wages or salaries in 2022, a stark rise from 22% in 1990. According to a St. Louis Fed report. This dramatic shift signals a generation withdrawing from the workforce before they've even begun, despite a historically resilient labor market. Mental health struggles compound this issue, acting as a barrier to seeking and retaining jobs. Young adults are finding their college degrees useless in today's skills-focused hiring market, and half of recent graduates are underemployed. The sense of being undervalued and stuck in non-traditional, precarious work environments worsens their frustration. Moreover, the job hunting crisis has affected white-collar workers as well. The labor market has hit a frustrating standstill, particularly for white-collar workers. Employers are holding on to their current staff, but are slow to hire, leaving job seekers in a painful limbo. For the employed, feeling stuck in unwanted roles is maddening, while the unemployed struggle through endless interview stages with no success. So the stagnant market is driving people crazy, with lengthy hiring processes and rigid employer negotiations. Salaries and freelance rates have plummeted, making the grueling job hunt even more disheartening. Job postings are at their lowest in 3 years, but layoffs remain low, offering little hope of a shakeup. While some find jobs eventually, the process is agonizing. Economists explain that this slowdown is what the Federal Reserve intended with rate hikes, an effort to cool the labor market without mass layoffs. However, the once thriving job hoppers' paradise has all but vanished. Nearly half of Americans are planning to leave their jobs in the next year, with Generation Z as the forefront. A recent Bankrate report reveals that 48% of workers are gearing up to search for new opportunities, with 39% of Gen Z ready to quit within the year. Millennials, Gen X, and baby boomers show less inclination. However, the job market isn't the vibrant landscape it once was. Mark Hamrick, Bankrate's senior economic analyst, warns that the post-pandemic job boom has cooled, especially since the Federal Reserve raised interest rates. The days of quick job offers and flexible work arrangements are fading, leaving workers uncertain if their demands for higher pay and flexibility will be met in the year ahead. Despite grim predictions, you can increase your chances of landing a job that you want. Yes, the job market feels impenetrable right now. Opportunities are scarce, competition is fierce, and lengthy application processes are leaving many disillusioned. Offers, if they come, rarely reflect the rising cost of living. But in this tough climate, job seekers need to shift in strategy to survive the marathon of job hunting. So focus on quality over quantity. The temptation to spray and pray by sending the same application to every potential job only leads to burnout and frustration. Instead, target roles that truly align with your career goals and submit fewer, high-quality applications that highlight your unique skills. While AI tools may seem like a shortcut, don't rely on them to craft generic, forgettable resumes. Instead, use AI to refine personal drafts that reflect authenticity. Avoid one-click applies, as they often signal low commitment. Don't forget about your hidden gem, your network. Reconnect with former colleagues and friends, join professional associations, and engage with people who can help open doors. Networking may be uncomfortable at first, but it's your best bet for discovering opportunities. Above all, remember, you are more than your job title. Stay patient, focused, and kind to yourself. This market may be a storm, but it will pass. It is evident that job hunting is harder than ever. However, that does not mean that you should stop trying. As mentioned, there are ways to beat the system, and there is no better time than now to start looking for better job opportunities.